Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube tarot channel. This is going to be a very belated birthday reading for the sign of Sagittarius. I already have all the cards laid out here. I actually pulled the cards last night and then I got really tired all of a sudden, so I went to sleep and I just left them here. So I'm doing this reading in the morning. But I guess I just wanted to preface that we all move through energies differently at different speeds, I guess, collective energies, okay? For some of you, I feel like the reading might be more applicable to like the tail end of last year, like your birthday season 2019. For others of you, it could be a more contemporaneous, like present situation. And for others, obviously, then the last option is that this is more future facing, okay? Things that may be coming up in the near future. All right, so let me just talk a little bit about what I saw in the pre-shuffle. I saw a lot of energy pertaining to making decisions, okay, and choices. And to that point, I really feel like you are being encouraged to pay attention and listen to your intuition in terms of any decisions that it is that you're making, or you were listening to your intuition in terms of any decisions that you were making. Always a good thing, right? As well, I also saw the 10 of Pentacles. I feel like that's more of an upcoming energy. I feel like that's an energy that you are working your way towards, or almost like walking towards, okay? And it could be with someone else in terms of a relationship sort of growing, the seriousness and the stability of that relationship. Or it could be, if it's not relationship related, this is talking about you growing and developing in your own sort of stability and security personally, as well as with your work. I'm getting a lot of work feelings around this reading. Just a lot of wands and pentacles coming up, some cups as well. So again, there is definitely something here about romance, which I'll get into. And then the last thing that I saw during the pre-shuffle was the 8 of Cups. Okay, so while I feel like you're walking into some sort of long-term stability, again, either just yourself, work related, or with a partner, you're also walking away from something or someone emotionally, okay? All right, so let's jump into the cards that we have here. So I'm just gonna move this super quick. At the heart of the reading, we have the number 2, intuition, coming up. This is the Psychic Tarot, okay? This is the High Priestess card of this deck. It actually often reminds me of the 2 of Swords, okay, which is Aquarius energy, the season that we're in right now. I'm just going to show you the card. You can see the figure on the card, the woman on the card, and, energies are non-gendered, so don't pay attention to the gender, but she's not, her eyes are closed, okay, and she's kind of looking into her, I don't want to say crystal ball, but it just kind of gives me like a crystal ball feel there. Okay, like it's like connecting with her intuition, okay? It's like her otherworldly, his or her otherworldly knowledge here, connecting with that and then using that to make your decision accordingly, all right? I think I'm not going to read from the book for all of these, but I think this card is pretty important because there's definitely in your reading an emphasis on the number 2, okay, needing to make a choice, okay? I feel like some of y'all might be in sort of like a juggling kind of energy. You might be deciding between 2 people, 2 opportunities, something like that. So it says intuition is the language of the soul. When this card shows up in a reading, it's a clear message that it's time for you to use your intuition. Just give it a chance and you'll quickly notice how it might be trying to get your attention. With so much information in the world vying for your every thought, it's easy to ignore or to fail to acknowledge your insights. Synchronicities and so-called coincidences are powerful signs that intuition is knocking on your door. Have you heard a phrase or saying repeated by more than one person today? Do the same numbers keep showing up in your life? Has someone mentioned the name of a specific individual whom you were just thinking of? These are all signals for you to pause, be open, and pay attention. This is a perfect time to seek the answers from within, turn inward, where you'll find the solution and valuable insights that are waiting to assist you. When you learn to use and trust your intuition, you'll begin to have a sense of not only the right timing, but you'll also begin to perceive people and situations with a deeper and more discerning eye. You'll not only observe beneath and beyond what's actually in front of you, you'll see the real deal. So yeah, again, that last sort of sentence, again, really reminds me of that Two of Swords energy, where it's like, you make a decision, but it's not based off of what you literally see around you, okay? I gave an example to like a friend the other day, totally different example, but something like this. Let's say you have a business decision to make, okay? Like, let's say you have a business idea and, you know, intuitively, you know, it's a very good idea. But in practicality, okay, it's very expensive or something like that, and you don't know how you're going to be able to pay for it. It's like you wouldn't decide to not do it because of the expense, because your intuition is guiding you to do it. So therefore, you have to trust that somehow, some way, you'll find the funds to support that idea or that endeavor, okay? And you're not deciding not to do it just because at that very moment you don't have what you deem to be the proper support to move forward with it. Something along those lines, okay? That's just like an example again. What we have clarifying that card, it literally fell out on its side when I pulled these cards last night. This has been happening a lot with my readings lately, especially in this deck, the Morgan Greer. The 10 of Wands, okay? So I really feel like the choices or choice that you're making, the direction that you're deciding to go into, it's helping to alleviate or release burdens here, okay? I feel like this is a passing energy, okay? Even though it's sort of like crossing you in the present, I feel like you're walking away from that or moving through, coming out of the 10 of Wands. I almost feel like it's going to be in the reverse, okay? Like putting your burdens down, okay? Can also be talking about taking on too much, okay? Too much work, taking on the roles and responsibilities of other people. Again, I feel like you're learning to cut that out here. Definitely, you do have some numerological synchronicities here. So the number 2 is coming up quite a bit, as well as the number 10, okay? Also, I would say the numbers like 1 and 0 in terms of how they represent like a new beginning here, all right? So in the past placement, you have the number 10, Destiny. And I'm not gonna read for that card. These black border cards, which if you notice are these 3 right here from the Psychic Tarot, are all black border. They're major arcana cards, okay? So I can't remember. It's the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, moving into a new cycle here. And again, with the 2 of Pentacles, again, I feel like for a lot of y'all, especially this being in like a past position, you've already started this new cycle, okay? I alluded to this like a bit in the year ahead tarot spreads for all the signs, but very strongly collectively have a feeling of like closing out an old cycle, opening a new cycle. Obviously, just like changing a decade, you know, is a very obvious sort of indicator of that, a 10-year span, okay, closing that out and starting a new one. But I feel like it might be like more major for some of you Sagittarians. Like, I'm remembering now, actually, when I was shuffling as well, I saw the Moon card twice. The Moon card in the Morgan Greer, as well as the Moon card, the Shadow card in the Psychic Tarot. Okay, so I feel like for a lot of y'all, it's really talking about integrating your shadow side, okay? Really deep diving into your subconscious and figuring out how to, it's like inner child healing, basically, and figuring out how to instead of like suppress or try to act like your shadowy, you know, sides, which every sign has shadowy elements, okay, don't exist. It's almost like you're figuring out how to embrace and incorporate those more And it's just allowing you to be a more authentic version of yourself is what I'm feeling here, which is destined here, okay, with the Destiny card. Again, with this Two of Pentacles energy, making a choice or some kind of decision could be related, again, to a person or some sort of work opportunity here. You might be deciding. For some of you, you may have been like juggling more than one option, okay, again, work or relationship romantically is what I'm feeling. For others of you, this could have been like a longer term pattern of behavior with the Two of Pentacles here and the Ten of Wands. Maybe you were kind of like, you know, a juggler of people or in relationships, okay? Maybe there was like some issues with, what's the word? Issues with fidelity, okay? Here, and I feel like you're changing that aspect about yourself because it's not a very sustainable energy here with the Two of Pentacles, right? You can't sustain that energy like long term over time. It becomes very burdensome like the Ten of Wands here, all right? So what you have coming up in the future, so again, you have Wheel of Fortune, new beginnings, okay? Which is, again, I just want to reference the book, not to read from it, but to remember which, oh my gosh, my ear just started ringing out of control. Hold on. Let's see. It's the Fool card. Yeah, I love that energy. Okay, Aries energy. You could be starting something like in a few months, okay, when we do enter Aries season. So that will be what, late March or something like that. Really just like in a little bit over a month, okay? With the Mercury retrograde approaching, probably not the best time to literally start anything new. Again, whether that's work related or in a relationship. If it's something from the past, okay, someone returning from the past or a job opportunity returning from the past, then it, you know, that's a little bit more okay to move forward with. Obviously, you know, we each have free will. We can make our own choices. That's just sort of my suggestions and what I tend to go by for Mercury retrograde. If there is something new that you absolutely have to do or that you want to do, you know, feel free to go for it. With this new beginnings card, we do have the Six of Cups clarifying. So again, could be someone or something returning from the past. If it's not a literal return from the past, it's alluding to you know, again, nostalgic feelings that might have to do with inner child healing work here, okay? But I am getting like strongly like another person, all right? Someone that you may have known before or you knew in a past life, for those of you who subscribe to that kind of thing. Possible this could be a water sign here with the cups here, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, okay? Now, so below you, and these two cards, the below and above energies, are both in the reverse. I don't technically really read reversals in the Psychic Tarot deck, but I just left them that way because that's how it came up. But I do feel like there's an emphasis on the messages here. I don't feel like it's a reverse message or anything like that, but I do feel like there's an emphasis here. So the card that you have coming up at the bottom, the number 7, which is another numerologically significant number for you, Sagittarius, right now, number 7, okay, which is all about personal growth, transformation, victory, triumph, spirituality, okay? It's saying choose wisely here, all right? And again, hearkening back to that energy of tapping into your intuition in order to make your choices, that Two of Swords energy, really making your choices based off of your intuitive knowings and inklings and callings, okay? And not based on anything else. Again, not based on what you sort of perceive in your 3D environment, not based off of what other people may think, okay, or want you to do. I think I might read for the book for this one because there's some emphasis here on this specific card for y'all. So let me find it. Okay. Interesting. Hold on. I swear I know how to read. Okay, here we go. So choose wisely. This card comes forth when you have a vision or goal that you want to achieve, but too many choices, scattered energies, and unrealistic expectations prevent you from attaining what you desire. Opportunities are bountiful, but there's a decision that needs to be made at this time. This card reminds you that the options now around you may appear to have all the influence and power, but in reality, you are in control and responsible for the choices you make. Take time to think, analyze, and carefully look at the different possibilities that are in front of you. Don't be hasty just because you feel pressured, and don't be influenced by people who have no idea, expertise, or education in the area of your choices. A focused, wise decision far outweighs one made emotionally or in desperation. Okay? So yeah, I'm getting a little bit of like hangman energy off of that, okay? To the extent that you're able to. And again, I would argue that Mercury retrograde, not a good time necessarily to make decisions or move forward with anything new unless you absolutely have to. You know, whatever it is that you're sort of deciding here, if it's a person, a work direction, give yourself the proper time to think about it, connect with your intuition, and figure out what it is that you want to do. Of course, once you've made your decision, no need to ruminate on it any further. You know, go ahead and do what you need to do in that regard, okay? Clarifying this card is the Six of Wands. I love to see it. Very victorious energy, victory, triumph, again, alluding to that. I'm also getting a little bit of potentially, what's it called? Like almost like being on a stage, okay? Almost like an all eyes on you energy here, okay? You could be, maybe what it is that you're deciding about, it could potentially put you in sort of a public facing role or position, okay? Here I'm getting good energy off of that. Also notice that you have double sixes here, okay, which represents healing, and to me that can also indicate the star energy, okay? So crowning the reading, you have the number 1, prosperity begins. This is talking potentially about some physical and tangible changes that are going to be occurring for you. I feel like as a result of choosing wisely, making a decision, and the direction that it is that you're going into, I feel like you are planting new seeds here, like this card alludes to, and really watching it grow, watching the fruit blossom and manifest for you here. I feel like this is talking about, you know, obviously monetary support, but I feel like it's really prosperity in all regards. Again, there could be accolades coming in. I feel like for a lot of you, this is, again, speaking to your own personal internal transition and growth. So it may happen on a sort of internal level first, but then what happens from that is that how we change internally then starts to manifest externally. So that's sort of the energy that I'm getting here. Okay. And with the clarifying card for this is the Seven of Wands. If you notice, it's a direct progression from that Six of Wands that was clarifying the Choose Wisely card down here. I feel like this is really standing your ground, defending that victory, okay? Defending your position, as well as having proper boundaries here. I've been hearing that word a lot, boundaries. There's actually a goddess in the goddess oracle deck, Ishtar. I've been just thinking a lot about that goddess and the message of boundaries, okay? Really, I'm getting strong boundaries off of this. It's almost like defending what it is that you've worked for here, okay? Especially from anyone who might try to like ride your coattails, or anyone who, again, is trying to tell you what choices that you should be making, or what it is that you should be doing, okay? When they really don't have, what is it? A dog in the fight. That's the saying. Okay. At any rate, so again, I mentioned like could be someone returning here from your past, a love interest, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Just want to show you guys quickly. We do have, okay, you do have the Devil card, okay, coming up at the bottom of the deck, the number 15, Temptation, okay, breaking down to a 6 as well. Could be Capricorn energy. I feel like that's pertaining to this Choose Wisely energy, okay? But on the top of the deck, you have the number 3, Rejoice and Celebration. Reminds me of the 3 of Cups, again, water energy, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio energy here. this with the Six of Cups, I'm getting Nine of Cups energy, wish fulfillment. Okay, again, I'm being tied back to that choose wisely card. I'm trying to figure out like, why is that devilish energy there? It could be, you know, maybe obviously knowing what it is that you want, following your intuition in terms of making decisions, but maybe not being, you know, so attached to any specific expected outcome. Okay, is possibly what that's about. All right. So yeah, Three of Cups there at the bottom. And then in the Morgan Greer Tarot deck, you have the Two of Wands, again, making a decision. And I love this card. It almost looks like he's consulting his crystal ball there. Okay, so again, deep diving into your intuition here. The first card that came out, the heart of the reading. And then you have the Lovers card coming up on the top. Could be Gemini energy, but again, another indicator of some sort of soulmate connection. Okay, it's reminding me of the Ten of Pentacles that I saw when I was shuffling the cards before I laid them out. So again, I feel like that's a direction that you're moving into. Again, could be someone new that you're meeting, someone old returning from your past. Okay. It could be someone that you're currently with and you guys, again, are taking your relationship to the next step. Okay, so the final card that I got for you is from the Archangel Oracle cards. You got the card Claircognizance, Archangel Uriel. Pay attention to thoughts and ideas that come to you as they are answered prayers. All right. So it's listening to your internal guidance. Again, strong connection here with your intuition. You also have at the bottom of the deck, Archangel Michael, just reminding you that you are safe. Okay. I feel like this is in terms of any decision that you make here. Okay. And it says, I am protecting you against lower energies and guarding you, your loved ones, and home. Both of those cards actually remind me of a guided meditation by Stephen Nobel that I really like to listen to. So I'll include that in the link, in the comments section below the video. I'm going to close out your birthday reading there, Sagittarius. As always, if you like this reading, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe. For the month of February, I will be coming back and doing your love reading specifically, so maybe it will shed some more light on this situation or this person, whomever it is that they might be. Okay, you guys are fairly early on in the list. I can't remember, I do it by number of views, but it should be coming out at some point, you know, this week, so do stay tuned. And as always, if you would like a personal reading with me, you can feel free to book on my website. I am currently offering a special on relationship readings for the month of February. They're going to be 50% off. And what else? Let's see. Yeah, I will actually still honor for you Sagittarians, since I didn't get to do a bonus birthday reading for you during your season. I do have a birthday discount as well for personal readings. So if you'd like to use that and you're a Sagittarius, you can feel welcome to. I guess I'll also tell Capricorn the same thing, and Aquarius, it is your birthday season, so that applies to you now as well. Anyway, that's been the reading. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye.